Hello everyone. So today we are covering one of the most important topic for your CTET paper 1 and paper 2 exams, that is influence of heredity and environment. Every year you will see direct question from this topic in child development and pedagogy. Today we will study this concept in a super easy practical language so you never get a question wrong. So we will start with what is heredity. Heredity is whatever we inherit biologically from our parents at the exact time of conception. Think of it as an inborn package you are born with. In psychology, we commonly call this nature. Why? Because it sets the baseline potential and the internal timetable for how a child grows. It acts as a biological blueprint. Now, how this transfer happens? Look at the diagram. Biologically, everything is packed into chromosomes. A child receives a total of 46 chromosomes, exactly 23 from the mother and 23 from the father at conception. Inside these chromosomes is our DNA. This genetic mix decides everything from the child's sex to physical boundaries. So, what exactly does heredity control? Look at this slide. First are physical traits. Your height, eye color, hair color, and basic looks are largely gene determined. Second, your intellectual potential. Heredity sets the upper and the lower limit of a child's mental capacity. Third, your temperament. Have you noticed how some babies are naturally calm while others are highly reactive from birth? That baseline emotional nature has a strong genetic basis. Now let's flip the coin. This slide introduces the environment, also known as nurture. If heredity is the seed, the environment is the soil, water, and the sunlight. It includes every single external condition, stimulus, and experience that shapes a child from womb to tomb. While heredity sets the potential, it is the environment that decides how much of that potential is actually unlocked. Favorable experiences open up hidden genetic capacities. Many people think environment starts after the birth, but it actually begins inside the mother's womb. This is the prenatal environment. The mother's nutrition and health lay the literal foundation of the child's growth. If the mother experiences prolonged stress or anxiety, specific chemicals are released into her bloodstream that pass to the fetus, which can affect the baby's birth weight and sleep pattern. Even external factors like pollution, drugs, or radiation crosses these boundaries. As the child grows up, external social factors take over, as shown on slide. First, the family structure. Family structure offers emotional security and initial socialization. Then come peer groups. Friends teach children how to share, cooperate, handle competition, and learn autonomy. Finally, cultural practices. Cultural practices directly dictate what behaviors are considered appropriate, heavily influencing cognitive development and social norms. This slide focuses on conditions we see every day. A family's economic background impacts basic needs like nutrition, healthcare, and schooling opportunities. But notice the next point, a stimulating environment. A home or a school that encourage children to ask questions, explore, and experiment dramatically accelerate intelligence. Conversely, overexposure to modern digital gadgets and media heavily shift how today's children socialize and grow. This is the most crucial slide for your exam. In the past, scientists argued about which mattered more. Today, we know development is a continuous, complex interaction of both. Remember this famous formula? Development is a function of heredity multiplied by environment. Okay? They are not added, they are multiplied. Heredity gives you the boundary, but the environment decides exactly where you land within those boundaries. Now let's look at the practical application on this slide. How a supportive environment can modify genetic or biological limitations. Take a child with visual impairment. While we cannot change their biological condition, a compensatory environment helps them deliberately develop their touch, smell, and hearing. Through targeted subtle trainings and positive reinforcement from caregivers, these children can learn independent mobility, bypass biological constraints, and achieve healthy development. Let's quickly summarize everything in this easy table. So you can take a quick screenshot for revision. Okay, heredity comes from your genes at conception and sets your fixed limits. Environment comes from the external factors, act continuously throughout life, and determines how well you express that inner potential. Finally, these slides give you the ultimate teaching tips for your exam. As future teacher, remember that no two children are alike because every single child has a unique hereditary and environment interaction. Through inclusive pedagogy, a stimulating, language rich, and supportive school environment can override many genetic vulnerabilities or socioeconomic backgrounds. Always maintain fair, supportive practice to build your students' self esteem.